Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So on this video I'm actually going to be making over my sister-in-law's living room, and I got this TV stand for $25 I believe, if I remember correctly. I need to sand it down. I don't like the color on here. This was actually made in Mexico, which I thought was pretty neat, and it's real nice wood. So I'm just going to sand this down, and I am going to be leaving the natural color of the wood. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the nice wood color that it actually has, which I am in love with. It has all this character. As you can see, it has been beat up pretty good, but I think it just makes it look a lot nicer and more rustic. That is what she wanted, so I'm going to keep it this way. And now I'm just going to finish sanding down the sides of it, also the doors. And I'm going to be leaving that color just because my sander can't get in there, but I actually like the contrast of the dark wood in there and then the lighter on the outside, because there is grooves that still have that color, so I think it makes a really nice combination. It is completely done, and I cannot be happier. I love the way the lighter wood contrasts very well with that darker tone, like I left right there on the doors. It just looks so good, and it has so much character with all those scratches, and then how I just left in the grooves a darker color. I just think it looks so great. Please let me know what y'all think down below. And then this is the coffee table. I am so happy with this find. I believe I paid $15 for this. It has this black paint on the top, but I'm going to sand it down. But I just think it was so cute and vintage and westerny, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and sand this down, and we'll see how it turns out. So I just wanted to show y'all that on the edges here, I went ahead and with the sander, I kind of just gave it like a rustic feel, you know, took off a little bit of that polish just wherever I thought that, you know, it needed it. Just random spots
This, I don't know, for some reason it won't come off. It's like red stain, but it's okay. It's just this little section. But see, as you can tell, I just kind of roughed up wherever I thought it just would look nice to give this table a vintage rustic look. And so I think I'm done with it. I'm pretty pleased with the finish, and I feel like it matched this perfectly. It looks really good together, and I'm just gonna go over it, as I said earlier, with some olive oil just to kind of give it a finish. As I said, also I do use this myself with my wood furniture.
But before I do that, I'm going to wipe these down, give them a nice clean, just because it has a lot of the residue from the sander. I'm just gonna, like I said, wipe them down, give them a nice cleaning, and then do the olive oil, which I did not film myself doing, but I did do it, and you will see the difference later on. And I'm also just going to wipe down these chairs. These I got for $50 each. They were a little dirty, so I went ahead and wiped them down. These were actually mine, which is kind of embarrassing to say that they were this dirty, but because they were in my sunroom and the kids got a hold of them. So, yes.
Hey, what are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo?
Alright, so for this project, we're going to need a paintbrush, a foam plate, some baking powder, acrylic paint in the color of your choice, and a hot glue gun. So the reason we are needing the hot glue gun is because I broke this vase. It was so nice, and I actually did not mind the color. I got this at the Salvation Army for $1.99, and I don't know who in their right mind would pay $30 for this thing. I mean, Lord help us. Anyways, I got it for $2, so I am happy with that. And I am gonna go ahead and glue this back on with the hot glue gun. I try to get all the pieces together, but it just, unfortunately, some of them were just too broken. So I just got what I could. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this back on, and then I'm just gonna make sure to get all those little cracks and like anything that is visible that is a little too big, where the vase is no longer there, as you can see here. So I just went ahead and did, like, would you call it like a caulking kind of thing here? Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and mix my paint now. So you're gonna need your acrylic paint in any color you want. Go ahead and put that in your plate, and then you're gonna use some baking powder. So right here with the baking powder and the paint, this is just a consistency where you can say, okay, I can paint this on. Obviously, if it's too thick, then you're obviously gonna add some more paint, as I'm doing right here. You just want a nice creamy consistency. And so once you have the consistency that you like, you're gonna go ahead and start applying this to your glass, your vase, whatever you have. I mean, I've seen this done in so many things, and it's really nice in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my vase, and I went ahead and I think did this like 3 times just because I wanted full coverage. I did not want the green to seep through, so I did this about 3 times. So the rest of these clips are just me doing that, so y'all enjoy that. I also did use just acrylic paint to kind of go over the first mixture, just because I felt like there was not enough color on it, and I wanted that green to disappear since I wanted it to be now a tannish color. So that is the reason I did that. but you don't have to do this if your consistency is more runny. I am so sorry about that word. I cannot get it out. But anyways, so yeah, that's why I did that. And this is the final look. Once it's dry, it will look like pottery, so just stay tuned to see that. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor. Okay, it's not my sponsor. It's my husband, Fabian. He gave me this toolbox. He surprised me with it, and it is a toolbox that's also a step stool. He said so that whenever I go do my little DIYs or room makeovers, that I have something to carry my tools. So thank you so much, babe. Thank you for believing in me. Okay, so now for the before shots. This is the living room. It is really small. It's a very small house, but this is just their beginner home. This is actually my brother's and sister-in-law's home. Anyways, they recently bought that couch at a secondhand store. So that is the only thing that I have to work with in there. But other than that, I'm gonna bring in everything else that y'all have seen and a few more things. And yeah, we're gonna make this living room look a lot better. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do in this space is I'm going to put up the curtain rods. I did put them on the actual wood on the outside of the window, which is the frame. Yeah, the frame, just because it is solid wood and the rest of it was more like a shiplap, so I didn't want to risk it. So I went ahead and put it on this. I thought it would be more sturdier. And either way, the ceiling is very low, so I didn't have anywhere really else to put them. I did get these sheer curtain panels from a Walmart. Actually, my sister-in-law did. She got these for $4.99, I believe, each. So they're very inexpensive, and she got them turquoise just because that is the color that she wanted to pop in her living room. She did ask me to do it more of a Western theme, so that's why I decided to do the rustic TV stand and all that stuff. And another thing that I want to ask, or tip I should say, is don't forget to take off your tags, because it looks very tacky whenever you can see your tags through the sheer curtains. And always put your curtain rod through the second seam. That way you have that nice ruffle at the top. Also, another thing that I like to do is put the curtain rod a little further out from the window. So there's about like 5 inches out of the window frame, just so it makes your windows look a lot more bigger. Alright, so this was so funny to me when I was editing this video, and that's because I did all these measurements. I mean, you see me here measuring, erasing, and even brought out a measuring tape. I mean, I look like I knew what I was doing, but through the whole process, I went ahead and nailed it, and then I realized it wasn't even it. So here I'm like, Mom, just tell me where it looks better. And I'm like just standing back and eyeballed the whole thing, as well as this frame. I basically do that in everything I hang up, just because it's so much easier. So don't let me fool you. I did not measure and conquer. I actually just eyeballed everything. This mirror I got from the Salvation Army. I paid $14.99 for it. It was on the pricier side, but since I did not have a mirror for this space, I thought it would look nice behind the door. I mean, you know, you just want to check yourself one last time before heading out. So I thought it would be perfect for this space here. And I did use the acrylic paint that I used on the pottery as well. And then these pillows, my mom actually got these for her as a housewarming gift. We bought these at Hobby Lobby. I believe she paid less than $8 for each one of them. We did use coupons, so that was a big help. But I thought they were very cute, and that would go perfect in this space since it had a little bit of grayish black in them with the lighter colors that we've been using. I did repurpose her pillows. I went ahead and fluffed them up thinking that they would fit perfectly in these square ones, but they did not fit that well. But it was fine. I mean, for the sake of the video, I just went ahead and used them. She is going to have to buy some bigger ones, but we can always do that some other day. And then for the more rectangle ones, we did use the stuffing in these pillows that came with the couch. I mean, these are not cute pillows, so I mean, they were just going to be trashed anyways. So I just went ahead and took out the stuffing and put them in these nicer ones. And now the most fun part is bringing in the furniture and seeing how it's gonna look best. My mom, who helped me, thank you so much, Madre, for helping me. We did bring this in, and I figured the chairs would look nice on each side. Just keep in mind, this living room is very small, so this was the best way that we could arrange the furniture, because on the opposite side is the gray couch, so that only leaves a little bit of space for the coffee table. So there was really no other way of putting this together. They do have a television, so I went ahead and put it on top of the TV stand. Yay for the TV stand. And then they also have this really long speaker which fit perfectly. I mean, when I say perfectly in that slit on the bottom of the TV stand. Like, this TV stand was just meant to go in this living area. And it also gave her some storage, which is great because the house is very small. So those two cabinets on the bottom are going to be perfect for storing the baby's stuff. Anyways, we did bring in the coffee table. It is so cute in there. It fit perfectly. It's not super big, so it just went great in that space. And then I think it just tied in also the legs to the chairs. And then I just went ahead and started styling just to kind of see if the things that I had in mind were gonna go, like this flower pot that I bought at a yard sale for $3, and then this what is this called, magazine holder, book holder. I got it at the Salvation Army for $10. And then these wall shelves, so that's funny, they actually ripped off my sister-in-law. They had them on offer up for $10, and I was over here like bargaining, thinking they were like these big shelves. Anyways, they were not big. There were these little teeny weeny shelves, and we only got them for $8. If I would have known these were from Dollar General, I would have paid $5 for both of them. Either way, we got the shelves, or my sister-in-law got the shelves, and so I'm just gonna put them up in this small area that she has here, which actually worked out perfectly, so we just went ahead and put them there. Anyways, I'm gonna put these up and then style them and see how it looks. Again, like I said, when I eyeball everything, I literally eyeball everything. And when I do put up the shelf, the second shelf, you're gonna see that it kind of looks crooked for some reason on the video, but it really was not crooked. It did look just fine, as you can see better on the very top of this clip. Anyway, so I'm just gonna wipe this down because right here is where we're gonna put that pottery that we made earlier. I thought it would look super cute on this space, and I did add that little wood on the bottom of it just because I felt like the clay was so neutral and so was the bottom of it, so we needed something to separate those colors, and that's the reason I did that. But look at how great it came out after it dried. It looks so good, so good. You can't even tell that it was broken. Now back to styling the shelves, I went ahead and put this Scentsy that she already had, and also this little frame that has a Bible verse. I think it looks really nice on this little space. I mean, it's not the best, but like I said, you don't have to have perfect things. You can always change this up as time goes on, or you find something else at a yard sale, a thrift store, wherever. Anyways, I'm going back to this flower pot that I got at a yard sale. My mom purchased this greenery at the Salvation Army. It was $3 for that bundle. I'm gonna put some trash bags just to create some more, or create something where these can actually go into, because we don't want them just floating around. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of this moss that I got from the Goodwill. This was $1, and this is just stuff that I buy for my personal use. This was a very long time ago. Anyways, I'm putting that green moss right here to cover up those trash bags. Nobody wants to see that you have trash bags underneath some greenery. And then I'm going to add the ivy that is right there on the side. I'm going to put that, and I'm just going to put it on the side so it looks like it's trailing down. She can always move this if it's not where she thinks it should go. I felt like this little area just needed something, and I personally really enjoy plants. I have a lot of plants in my home, faux and real. But what do you guys think of this plant? I think that it added such a cute color. And another thing, don't buy plants that look super fake. Okay, so now to style the coffee table, I'm putting this beautiful picture of my nephew Hervé. I got that frame from the Salvation Army for $4.99, and this candle holder for also $4.99. The candle is from Hobby Lobby. I believe they were 50% off, and we paid like $3 for it. So let me know what you guys think of that styling moment. And then now for the magazine rack, book rack, whatever you want to use it. I got these books from my home that my kids didn't really use anymore, and they just go perfectly with the color scheme that we're doing in there. We gifted these to them so that they could read to baby Hervé. And then the Bible. This Bible is from my church. It's just Bibles that people leave behind. Then after some time, our pastor lets us take them. So I thought this would look super great in their living room. And for me, this is something that I want to do for every makeover. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that as well. I think it's just a great touch, and hopefully it's a blessing in their lives. Not hopefully, it will be, in Jesus' name. Okay, so now for this little frame, I paid $1.99 also at Goodwill very long time ago. We wanted something to cover up the remote. Now looking back at the clips, I'm like, why didn't I just move the remote to that right side? I don't know. Either way, we put this little box, picture frame, whatever you want to call it, over it. And I was planning to write something on it. I didn't get around to it, but I just kind of left it as something that they can do. She has 2 younger girls, and I'm pretty sure they could come up with something nice to put on there. So yeah, this is what that looks like. So back again to this little clay pot that we just love looking at. I'm going to go ahead and add some lace. I felt like it needed a little bit more on there. I felt like it was just a little too plain. So I'm going to add this lace that I also already had in my stash. I'm just going to hot glue this down. And I think it really did add a great touch to it. Y'all also let me know on the comments down below if you think this is something that you can do or that you would enjoy seeing again. I have an idea for another video of doing more like clay bases, but maybe bigger ones. just to kind of give an idea of some decoration that doesn't necessarily have to be so expensive, because clay vases can be very expensive unless you find them, of course, at the Goodwill or Salvation Army or any thrift store. But please let me know down below what y'all think of this, because I am so happy with this project. Alright, so now for this project, you just need some rope that I got at Hobby Lobby, and then these little cute plants, some scissors, and these, I called them globes last time, but I don't think they're globes. Anyways, these little vases that I got from Dollar Tree. So we are going to create a hanging macrame plant holder. Yeah, that's a very long name. But anyways, basically I just grab some macrame or some rope. I loop it up at the top. I make a knot. That's going to be where you actually put the hook. And then at the bottom, I just start connecting two and make knots. And then at the bottom of those, I connect each knot with another knot, if that makes sense at the bottom. I think just viewing it kind of gives you a better understanding of what I'm talking about. But then at the very end, to put all these together, I just make another big knot and cut off the excess. These are really easy to make. I'm probably making it more difficult or explaining it more difficult than what it has to be, but it's basically knots on top of knots on top of knots. And my mom was kind enough to help me. She just put a little bit of moss for some drainage, and then on top some soil, and then the succulents inside. And then we're just gonna hang them as this. And I did add a little bit of hot glue on each knot to kind of secure it to those globes. And to hang them up, I'm just using these real simple hooks that I also had in my stash. I just kind of, like I said earlier, eyeball everything. And because the reason I'm doing this up here as well, there was already an existing hook, so I just needed to add two more. And so I just kind of wanted them to, not all be in line, to kind of give it more of a dimension. And so that's the reason that I'm kind of looking to see where the plants are going to hang the best. All right, so here, as you can see, I'm just cutting off the excess rope, and then I'm just kind of playing with these, just seeing where it's gonna look best. And then at the bottom of them, I like to fringe them just a teeny weeny bit, just so it looks a little bit better. Teeny weeny, who uses that word anymore? Anyways, I'm just gonna fringe the bottom of the macrame rope to make it look a little bit better so it doesn't look so choppy. Okay, so I wanted to be like super cool and have this moment of this big reveal. This is my sister-in-law's reaction. She almost tripped as well. Good thing she didn't. Good for you, Alejandra. But this is her reaction. It's not the best. I told my family, y'all need to work on the reactions, you guys. I'm trying to become YouTube famous and make some moolah, so y'all need to help me out. Y'all better start getting some classes or something together. And so that's why I'm just like cracking up behind the camera. But y'all enjoy these after shots, which I'm so proud of. This reveal, y'all please let me know down below what you would do different, what you think of this reveal. Should I do more of these videos? Also, that lamp right there on the left side of the TV, my mom also bought this. My mom is just the best mother-in-law. She is so awesome, and she bought this as well for her at Hobby Lobby. It was also on sale. I don't know how much that was, but thank you so much, Mom, for also believing in me and being so kind and helping me with this room makeover. So y'all enjoy these clips. I almost forgot, I have some words of encouragement for you. Not everyone believes in you and not everyone supports you, but your God goes with you, and that's what sustains you. You guys, I cannot relate to this even like the most. This is for me. I take it for myself, but I also hope that it's a blessing in your life. These videos, it has been hard for me. I have been discouraged. I didn't want to do them. But you know what? After reading this, it reminded me that I serve a God who wants more from me, who believes in me, who wants to see me flourish, who wants to see me be successful in something. And you know what? If people in the world have YouTube channels and they are making so much money and they're not even using it for His good, why would He not bless us? So I encourage you to rise up and believe in yourself just as the Lord believes in you. I also hope that y'all can subscribe. Supporting me that way helps me out so much. I plan to do more of these videos, and if y'all are interested in seeing more, I would really appreciate your subscription. I pray that this video is a blessing in your life, that it encourages you to do a room makeover in your home and know that you don't have to break the bank, that it is very simple and you can do all these things on your own. So y'all have a great day and God bless you.